Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're here with another review. Today we have a look at the Toybiz Wendigo with Venomous Snap Attack Rattlesnake figure set. Apart from the incredible Hulk Outcasts, Gamma Blast Desert Mutants. It was coming inside this box that you see right here. This is the behind part of the box. You can see some nice cool infos about this one right here. And this kind of rattlesnake has this snap attack. This is really cool rattlesnake, I would say. Mostly looking like a dragon or something. And right here you can see some other figures of the line. We are reviewing the set with the Wendigo right here, which I think is the coolest one. So yeah, anyway. And here is some old infos about the Wendigo. Creatures from the desert were caught in the Gamma Blast with Bruce Banner that transformed him into the powerful Incredible Hulk, causing once normal critters to become mutated themselves into strange looking beasts. Transformed by an ancient tribal curse, a normal human became the legendary Wendigo, able to remember only pieces of his original life as a man. The Wendigo is driven by an instructional desire to protect his forest from intruders, and that includes the Hulk, a mysterious creature whose name is spoken in hushed whispers. The true nature of the Wendigo remains unknown, but one thing is certain: possessing strength and invulnerability on par with that of the Hulk. The Wendigo is a force of nature to be reckoned with. This is some cool infos about Wendigo. Now, let's waste no time and put him out of the box to see how it looks. Alright, so here we are. There you have the items outside of the box. Now, first we're gonna start a look at the weird rattlesnake figure. It has this attack that it said before on the behind part of the box. You press the tail right here and it makes this kind of attack. Yeah, it's pretty okay. It's not that very wanted figure, you know, but since we get it, it's kind of alright. I would prefer though if they have painted this part with this brownish coloration right here, because this line is very seenable. Underneath here you can see the Toybiz logo, 1997. So you can understand this is pretty old figures, and it has also this movement right here. You can make it like this or like that, which like this is really necessary. I mean, what for to have it like this? And you can actually move his arms forwards and backwards, basically rotate them like that, 360, both of them. It has these 3 fingers on each hand, which is kind of weird for a rattlesnake, because this one, yeah, it has the tail of a rattlesnake, but yeah, it is like a weird thing looking, I would say, very creepy looking figure. Has this interesting face right here. We can see some teeth, and the tongue is outside. Has this arms and legs right here, some things that a rattlesnake should not supposed to have. Basically, it reminds me of some kind of an insect thing, like a centipede. I'm not so sure, maybe because of this stuff that he has right here on his body on the sides. I don't know, but he reminds me more of a centipede if you ask me, and with these things on his head. So yeah, basically you can rotate the legs like that, 360, both of them, the arms 360, both of them. You can move the tail and have this pose, you know, snapping attack thing, and you can move this part of his chest, you know, like that, back, forwards and backwards. So yeah, enough with this thing. It's not that big star of this set, I would say. And here we have Wendigo, which is the main star of this review. Now let's place his hair tail right here. It has this peg, and you press his tail and it fits really nice to him. So this is Wendigo. He can rotate his arms like that, 360, both of them, basically looking like a Yeti or abominable snowman, something like that. It has this articulation right here on the shoulders, that you can move the shoulders like that, and you can rotate them 360. You can rotate the waist like that, 360. You can't rotate the head though, but you can move the legs forwards and backwards, and you can move his ankles like this, up and down. So yeah, basically this is it, and this underneath part of it, you can see the Toybiz logo, made in China. You can rotate the tail also like that, turn it around. So yeah, but it has very limited articulation. For me, I would prefer if he can rotate, he can bend his elbows or his knees. The face articulation would be a little bit better, or at least a chest articulation, but we didn't get any of it. And you can see the hair on this figure is actually like proper hair, you know, it's not like a sculpted plastic or anything. So you need to take care of it. The same on this one, so the behind part of his back and on his head and stuff like this. Has a lot of hair right here, also on his arms. So basically you have these hairs that go all the way from the top of his head, right here on his back, and also some other hair above his tail, and the rest is on the right and on the left arm, on these forearms right here. So yeah, this is Wendigo. You can see the face now has been done really nicely. I like the teeth, these red evil eyes inside. Yeah, I would prefer if the hair have been done a little bit better because he looks kind of bald in the beginning and then starts the hair. I would prefer if they have done, like sculpted the hair in like a plastic thing and not added these things. But yeah, for back in the day, I assume this was the way to do it. But I think if they have done something like this, it would be much better if you ask me. And here is the legs. They have this bluish coloration right here, which I really like. You can see the figure has some bluish spots here and there on some hair, which is really nice. The same dolls on this part of the hair. Imagine if they have done this kind of hair to all of his body right here. It will be much cooler, I believe. So yeah, this is Wendigo. Very nice paint job on the nails of the feet and of the arms. The face is gorgeous. So yeah, very nice, very big looking figure. This I wanted to have a Wendigo figure for myself, for my 3.75 inch figures. And this was the closest that I could find that can fit my figures on this scale. I mean, here is a look next to this Ulik from Asgard. Yeah, I think it's a proper size. I mean, Wendigo is supposed to be sometimes a little bit bigger than Hulk. So yeah, I think it's kind of okay. Maybe my only issue is that I need a bigger Hulk because the Hulk that I happen to have is this one right here, which is a little bit smaller next to him. It's the Gamma Smash Hulk attack from the movie, but I want to get the Avengers Assemble Hulk. I think that would be a little bit bigger next to him. So yeah, I'm really glad with this Wendigo figure. I think it achieves my expectations about what I would like for myself. I basically want to have more, big like guys to face Hulk, and I think this Wendigo does the job because there's not too many figures of Wendigo outside there, and I think this one is the most closer that you can possibly get to your 3/4 inch figures. And this is how he scales next to the Dormammu figure from the Darksiders, also from Toy Biz, just for a comparison. And we can also bring right here the Man Thing, which I think it's taller if you have his legs because he has more articulation on the legs than the Wendigo. If you have him like this, they are pretty much the same size. If you make his legs like fully, stretched like this, then it outscales him, I can say. So yeah, and unfortunately this Wendigo cannot, you can't have him, lean either more downwards if you want because the legs stop on this pose right here. So even if you try to have him, as much as down as possible, well, this is the most low he can possibly get because he can't bend his knees, unfortunately, and his feet stop right here. So if you want to try to put him a little bit more down, you can't. So this is the shortest Wendigo can go. That's why one thing upscale him a little bit. If you have him up, if you have him with his legs stretched. So this was, guys, for today, the Toy Biz Wendigo with Venomous Snap Attack Rattlesnake figure set from the Incredible Hulk Outcasts figures. Thank you for watching the video, hope you enjoyed it and I helped you out. I'm gonna see you next time. Bye.